Hello and welcome to a timeless general reading. Just testing the volume while I start recording. I'm recording and starting the reading before I'm like fully organized. So welcome. If you're resonating with the title, I'm sure that this is your reading. Please take any of your own intuitive messages and understand that because it is a general reading, most of you have heard this bit already. I'm just gonna start channeling. Okay, so fun thing. I was getting organized and I dropped like a deck on the ground, which is out of camera. But this usually happens, or like this is kind of something that I was going to talk about because it is how reading sort of started for me. It is like accidental divination, maybe like paranormal experiences, and basically I'm someone who's been like on a shamanic path for a while, so someone who used to do healing with like plant medicines, camber, person who's been on a yogi path, and I know like when you get into certain flow states or altered states of consciousness, you can connect with more synchronicities or paranormal experiences because the focus comes through, because usually we're so in our thoughts or like on a screen that we don't really feel into the sensitivity of subtleties in our environment. So one day I had some tarot cards and things like this would happen where I would drop the cards or go to pick them up and they would just go flying everywhere, and then as I start to pick them up off the ground I end up in a channel flow state where I'm just like getting a bunch of downloads. That's why I started the recording already, because I felt like if I picked the cards up it would just start happening, and I'm sensing that now. So let's see what comes through. I feel like there's going to be a focus on health. But there'll be some emotional stuff as well. This is like a lot of water with a little bit of banana, honey, and grapes, like a bunch of grapes, to help me drink water while also getting some nutrients, helping with digestion. And I did put a little bit of some aloe vera in as well to help clean out my gut. So that might be some inspiration for health. You might be sick. Death can also be about endings. So this could be like, this reading could be finding you when you're taking a pause, taking a break. You could be tired, you could be burnt out, or you could be sick. It's like if you're sick, if you have some time off. I swear I'm not sick, but definitely feeling into this energy. 5 of Cups. Yeah, so this could be like a bit of physical symptoms occurring, because also you might be like mentally drained, emotionally drained. Maybe like convincing yourself to keep going, that you're not sick, convince yourself that you're well. Maybe you need some rest. maybe the universe is wanting to give you an opportunity to rest, recover, and re-emerge. So this might be timing for you to caretake yourself, have some rest, and have some time off to reflect. Nurture yourself, caretake your body, caretake your space, caretake your energy, clean things up. And then it's like new stability, new footing, new ground for you to have as a base. Because like when you're sick, sometimes you are like back at home and you're sort of like realizing what's in the fridge, what's in the kitchen, what is available to you in your immediate environment to help you heal. So there's this emphasis on food, nutrients, maybe being receptive to like maybe how your body wants to take in nutrients. So sometimes I don't want to eat if I'm sick, so something like this would be good, or teas, or just essentially I'm going to say that you can probably pick up on any symptoms, so Google search what is available for your symptoms in terms of plants, teas, nutrients. And I would say, like, as a medical intuitive, try and find some things that are just like fresh, not processed, because processed things are processed differently by our body, because our body is designed to originally extract, break down plants, nuts, seeds, those kinds of things, and extract the nutrients. So when it's already processed, it's not great for our gut health. This is what I'm getting like intuitively here. So be careful if you're taking like lots of medications and you're not actually putting any food, nutrients, plants in your body. Oh my god. Could also be just like literally you might need to just like rest, like lie down. Back is being highlighted to me, lower back's being highlighted to me. I'm a medical intuitive and I don't usually do like medical intuitive style general reading, so I'm surprised that I am doing a medical style intuitive reading, but I hope this is helping you align with the energy of recovering, nurturing, healing, whenever this finds you in whatever way it needs to. Because like with the social media technology age, so many people disconnect from their bodies, and it's so easy to just like go into the digital world and disconnect from your body and then not actually heal and caretake things. So maybe you're on your phone and or on YouTube and you're listening to this and you're going, okay, maybe this is the focus that I need to align with caretaking my body, not focusing on what's on the internet, what's on the media so much. So like if you're stressing yourself out or looking at media that is stressful, it is affecting your immune system as well, and if you're sick, it's already depleted. So you might want to focus on like also getting fresh air, sunlight, health, being in nature is really good. Obviously, if you're very sick, be sympathetic to what you can do. Try not to get other people sick, but if you're breathing in fresh air, you're a lot likely to get better than like just staying in a dusty place inside. So yeah, get some sunlight, get some fresh air, nurture yourself, rest, caretake your body. I don't know if did I just channel then without really actually pulling too much cards. Funny. Let's see. I knew that was gonna happen, didn't I? Snuck up on me still. My god. Sorry, I'm laughing at myself. I'm talking about the channeling. Oh, it snuck up on me. I think I just came back a little bit. So we'll see if any more cards come through. See if there's any other messages. Could be reflecting on your career, why you're sick. Maybe you want to make a change or reflect on something to do with work that could be making you sick. Not just talking about, yes, saying physical stuff, but just remember, like, emotional things, stressful things, things that have like a hit on our energy levels, which can be emotional, eventually end up causing symptoms, like is manifesting as like an illness eventually. Yeah, so like while I'm reading this, I don't know if I expressed it, but there's also like some sort of good timing to this, like from a divine orchestration standpoint, because this is kind of giving you the opportunity to reflect, rest, not keep moving ahead. When we stop and we like catch up with ourselves, catch up with our thoughts, catch up with how we're doing, how like our life is playing out right now, we can become very like clear and present about where we are and where we want to go, so that when something like shifts or emerges in the near future, per se, for you, something that would be like close to heart, it flows, it flourishes, because you've had a readjustment just before this. So yeah, there's a sense of like divine timing, having some rest, having some reflection, and it actually working in your favor. So don't get too frustrated. Please do not try and convince yourself you're not sick or you don't need time to rest. If you feel sick and this is finding you, I feel like I don't have much else to say. I feel like you'll get better. Three of Cups, celebrations. So yeah, I just feel like this is the universe being like, take a pause. Take a pause. And then you'll be back. Moving ahead, refreshed, rested. Might want to do like some meditation as well, is what is coming through. So could be into like listening to guided meditations or going and sitting like outside. I am a yogi and I meditate and do yoga like every day in nature or the gardens or at home if I can't make it. And I just sort of like, I will say the frequencies when you're in nature, the sunlight, attuning with the elements, breathing in and breathing out the fresh air, and just even having like perceptual awareness, because when we're in nature our bodies start to like pick up on like the sounds and the vibrations of like the animals and the birds and the trees around us, so we would get more in our bodies and it's very healing. But yeah, I go and there's like beautiful noises and like just the breeze in the trees and the birds chirping, and I'm the only one meditating and like soaking and bathing in all that good frequency, because I see other people in the park and I'm like, oh, man, everyone's got their headphones on or their earphones on. You got Bluetooth going through your brain. Why don't you attune with the natural frequencies? Allow the natural frequencies of the environment to heal you, move through you, take a detox. I'm also getting this like technology thing. So yeah, some of you, if you're in a space where technology is in your field, in your energy, you may want to turn off stuff when you're not using it. If you're hypersensitive, I recommend usually putting like, I put like my phones and laptops in the bathroom sometimes and turn them off, just to like switch off, because this stuff can affect your energy levels as well while you're sick or hypersensitive. And yeah, it could be very healing for you to be in nature and be in an environment where there's less of that. Yeah, there's a lot of like natural healing that takes place when you're in nature. I kind of don't feel like I need to channel about that, but maybe I will make a separate video on that one day. And laying on the earth, grounding, barefoot on the earth, sitting on the earth, letting the tension in your body move and be absorbed into through the density of the earth, rather than being on like concrete, cement, having all that tension and energy and vibration sort of pushed back up into the body. So yeah, there's this emphasis on like natural healing, rest, using nature, remembering that you can enhance your health by consuming plants and fruits and vegetables that have the nutrients that your body needs to recover. Soups are great. Put a bunch of vegetables into a soup. Spicy soups are great to allow yourself to like sneeze and cry and move all the gunk out, if that's for you, for some of you. So yeah, interesting. My first medical intuitive general reading. I wonder if this is helpful. Please comment if it is. I feel like I'm making this so that when people are sick, they can align with healing, align with focusing on things that serve them and caretake themselves, rather than focusing on stuff that stresses them out and dissociates them from their bodies, and then they're not feeling into their bodies, so they're not caretaking or nurturing their body. So this is just like a helpful mantra focus reading for reflection. So I hope it serves some purpose. I will leave it here. Until next time.